Different options, of course, for him as well. He really, really likes Caltrops V-Trigger 2, the Makibishi, as you see on the screen. It creates a whole different variety of setup that is just absolutely filthy in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, with either V-Trigger too, he can set up the a really, really sort of tricky side-to-side mix-up that results in a lot of damage if you're successful.
Time to guess, but he's got to get in first. Here we go. Game number 1. Well, we're still in winners quarterfinals. I'm sorry, guys. We will get through this as best we can. Here we go.
All right, heading in here. And I mean, this is really the game Deuces needs to play. You have to play neutral impeccably against Ibuki. Ooh, throwing out a Caltrop. All right, as we know, Minot has no hurt boxes on her orb normals.
Yeah. One of the things that's going to make this very difficult for Tofu is if Deuces can completely zone her out. In order to get all the damage that Ibuki needs to do, you got to get in.
Exactly. I mean, one thing that Ibuki does have going for her is that she can alter her jump part pretty significantly.
Yeah, and that's the answer right there. It is, in fact, that EX kunai that's going to find a way in. The other option, though, for Tofu that's really interesting, that works, I didn't recognize B-Skill 2, nicely done. But the option for Tofu that's really interesting is if Deuces continues to play back while he exhausts the resources for the kunai, he will have time to go back and reload because Deuces is not going to be able to close the gap or play that kind of game.
But I mean, that said, Ibuki, Tofu finding the corner situation, and he managed to seal that one up pretty handily. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you as a Minot player in this matchup because, you know, Minot's base game plan is to frustrate you on the ground and then stop the jump.
Yeah.
But with threats like that EX kunai and even the hard kick command dash from Ibuki, it can be a really tough matchup.
Yeah, we talked about it on the outset. Here's that potential mix-up. The Caltrop is in the corner.
Yeah.
But we talked on the outset that Deuces does have the option of either V-Trigger. He's opted for V-Trigger 2 in this match.
Yep.
So very, very interesting. We'll see if Tofu does know enough about this V-Trigger and how it actually works.
All right, running low on time here. Deuces is going to have to find an opportunity to spend it. All right, gets corner pressure here. He has super. He can do a lot of damage on a confirm.
Yeah, one of Deuce's trademarks with Minot, of course, is catching over-aggressive opponents with that wake-up critical art.
Yep.
He picks his spots very, very carefully. Ooh, the juggle! Weird.
Almost had a juggle on the Caltrop there.
Yeah, needs to be careful on his approach. I like that. Use of the stand fierce.
Oh, and just a low forward. A nice, solid grounded game from Ibuki.
Yeah.
Tofu's going to take that first game.
Yeah, Tofu, of course, is going to be using that Caltrop the way Birdie also uses the banana peel to cover his neutral, to make sure that he can poke freely without worrying about getting whip punished. That sort of thing. And so far, so good. The Caltrop proving very, very difficult for Deuces to deal with.
Yeah, I hadn't made that connection in terms of the comparison to Birdie's banana, but that makes total sense. It functions in much the same way.
I kind of hate that they have the same sound effect, though.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the
happens?
Yeah, I think the Caltrop should have a more of a ting sound.
Yeah,
like
that'd be pretty good.
A metal clanging sound.
Yeah.
Big punish there on the V-Skill 2 from Tofu. Oh, I explode this book.
Oh, it looked like he was going for some sort of
setup
there.
Yeah, there it is. So many options off of the Caltrops.
Yeah.
So it looks like
there.
Yeah, it looks like Deuces is using V-Trigger 2 to sort of create plus frames for himself.
Yep.
In case that any of these mix-ups are blocked or any of these unsafe strings are blocked, he's using them. Yeah, that's the first time we see him use them as just a straight offensive shot. Oh, he had to guess. But the previous 2 times, he was using them to cover his approach.
And that's going to do it. And man, it looks real rough to be a Minot player in this matchup. You can play perfect for 50 seconds, but one corner series and you're dead.
It feels like you have to play perfect for 99 seconds when you're playing against Ibuki sometimes. And that doesn't just apply to Minot. That applies to a lot of characters in this game. Ibuki's just movement, ability to approach, the mix-up game, it's all there. She is tailor-made for the definitive Street Fighter 5 game.
Yeah. And interestingly, I find the choice of V-Skill 2 a little bit strange. I mean, maybe it's just a personal preference, but the downside to V-Skill 2 for Minot is that it does take away any confirm she has from light attacks. So you've really got to believe in your neutral game, and there are some chip setups with V-Skill 2, but giving up your light confirms is a pretty big price. Mix up now from Tofu. Stays in front.
Filthy
That's
setup.
All right, I don't think he'll be able to kill on this.
Yeah, too much scaling, but he's going to create a setup.
Oh my goodness, the layers. First you have to think about the caltrop, and then you have to think cross up or not cross up. Wow, good stuff from Tofu there, and he's going to put himself up to, oh, we might see a character switch.
We might.
We'll see.
Or maybe even a V-skill switch or something else. There's something that isn't working here for Deuces, and he did, in fact, go to character select. So we'll see where else he's going to go. Checking the notes. Deuces did a lot of preparation, of course, for this one. Tofu, not so much preparation, but feeling very, very comfortable, at least so far.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to see an Ed here, or a Fong, or even a Kage. Those are characters that Deuces has played a fair amount, and he has a pretty solid handle on all of them.
Deuces plays the purple stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Plays the purple stuff. That's
Although,
what we're talking about.
I think I heard Minot. There might have been some changes in V-skill or V-trigger, but he is sticking with the Minot here. So he is locked into the Minot for the rest of the set.
All right, here we go. It is going to be Minot once again. What has changed? It is, in fact, the V-skill. We are looking at it right... Oh, sorry, it's the V-trigger.
It's the V-trigger.
Okay, excuse me. It is the V-trigger. Oh, we got caught with the call drop. Not good. This stage is beautiful, by the way.
No, it is pretty great. They did a good job on that one. We've also had costume changes from both competitors. Very important to keep in mind. All right, V-skill pressure there from Deuces. He's got a life lead. Can he keep it? And of course, you see immediately that EX kunai threatening, but a little bit of missed space from Tofu.
Yeah, it's either missed space from Tofu or a brilliant forward dash on the part of Deuces there to switch up the spacing to make sure that Tofu is minus on the way down. Let's get some setups going.
All right.
How long would you like to block? Never mind, you're dead.
Wow, that wasn't even a combo. There was a trade there. Tofu tried to contest with something, but already we're seeing the V-trigger choice pay off for Deuces. All right, a little bit slower here to start. The jump from Tofu. He does have that bar to threaten, so you see Deuces is a little bit wary of the anti-air.
Yeah.
Thinking about that EX kunai.
Nice,
good confirm.
So one of the interesting things about the way Deuces is kind of playing this one out is that...
Working on stun even. All right, you see
he's
Tofu
playing more offensive-minded Minot. That's not something you're used to seeing. He's taking the gameplay he has from his Ed and applying it to Minot right now.
Yeah. That said, Tofu getting started here. Trade on the anti-air. Deuces looking to get his first game. Can he defend against this?
I like that V-reversal. That was smart.
All right, he'll still have enough life to build a V-trigger, so that was a really good decision on his part. A couple more hits.
Nice air.
Looking for the throw. EX kunai still a threat. Nice. Oh, and the trade will take it. Deuces putting his first game on the board.
Yeah, the other thing that's really, really important here that I'm sure Tofu has recognized already, Deuces has been very, very selective about when he's going to anti-air. So this might be a window for Tofu to sort of abuse his offense a little bit more, because he's been using the EX kunai so much that Deuces just hasn't challenged, and he's been looking instead to dash forward or try to find a way to throw off the timing. In the case of Tofu, he might want to use that to his advantage. Deuces right now is succeeding with his dash forward. He's taking the initial hit of the kunai, and the rest of it's sort of working out in his favor. It's letting him establish some offense.
Yeah, exactly. And already we've seen some missed space kunais from Tofu in this round. He is going in, though, recognizing that hyper-aggression is maybe the best chance he has to wrap this up.
Yeah, once again,
forcing a V-reversal.
Yeah, he's also continuing to jump.
Look at that. He is held forward for this entire round.
Either forward or up forward is the answer right now. He hasn't thrown a kunai yet. Deuces needs to be aware that that was a setup that he was looking for. He was looking for Tofu to commit to the orb calling back and walk forward. That's a trade that favors Deuces for sure.
All right, he's still got quite the deficit to make up. And yeah, there you see, like you highlighted earlier, Boogie can throw out a caltrop and then just reload. Wow! Drop confirm.
This is huge. Oh, if he found it, that would have been huge. I like that Deuces has a multitude of setups on activation. But in that case, Tofu ready for it, for that meaty block of the orb that is almost hidden based on the setup going up. Look up, and then your toes get caught.
Exactly. Like you're saying, it's really important as a Monop player to threaten different options when you activate that V trigger. And you can see Deuces has a bunch of them. Wasn't quite enough to take that round, though, and Tofu is on match point.
Yeah, he's going to throw out that Sand Fierce. There's the anti-air, and this time Tofu didn't do the kunai, and that was trouble for Deuces.
Exactly, getting over that with the trajectory of the HK dash. Oh, wow, dashing straight through that V-skill, giving himself great positioning.
That jump back was huge for Deuces and just alleviated all the pressure in the activation window. There it is.
Yep.
Look up, get caught with your toes. Good work from Deuces so far. Using the orbs.
Now. Oh, a good throw to avoid the orb that was coming down there.
He avoided 2 of them. That was very important. And there's that setup once again. Good challenge there. I like that from Deuces.
All right, Deuces trying to stay alive. Will not have any meter or V-trigger to make this happen.
Yeah.
He's got to play perfect from
He
this
really
point.
can't touch his Caltrops either. There's a reload of the kunai. Oh, there's that's
Throwing it farther that time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and that'll do it. Oh, not quite. Magic Pixel. Start the dial theme.
Bombs. Yeah,
he's got nice reversal. No punish.
Oh.
The dash in and no check from Deuces. That's going to be 3-1. What a good set from these competitors. We'll hear a little bit from them. Tagashi Azriel heading over to the stage.